an excellent job today, and you're really much better than last week. Last week you were also very good, but today you are really perfect. And because when you're answering the questions, you answer it very logically, and you give the reasons 1, 2, 3, and you have your hand gestures and eye contact, and your voice is loud enough. And I think one thing you really do very good is when you're waiting for our questions, you keep smiling, and but when you are answering our questions, you have a different facial expression which shows your aggressiveness. And one thing I'm very curious and a little confused is that because when I'm googling for some information about what is proper for you to answer for weakness part, and lots of information says that it's not really good for you to say you want to pursue perfect, so you will be very picky. This part is not really. Sometimes it's not really good for you to answer in interview in weakness part, because they will think that you don't want to really face your weakness. You are just saying something that want to reflect your strength. Maybe you can find more information and think about your weakness, which one is more persuasive, and also you can say how you overcome the weakness and make the interviewer feel good and also be persuaded.
Okay. You just said what I want to say. Because I will ask that question because I think that most of interviewee will say, well, I'm picky because I'm too picky that I made some mistake or I just do something wrong in interview. But actually, companies like HSBC or other banking, they will say, excellent pursuing is not a bad thing, and they just want someone who can focus on details, because most of the people is not are impetuous. So picky is not really a good weakness to say in interview. Yeah, so you should find something other weakness that you can say in interview, and you should say how you can overcome this weakness, and that should be one weakness that could be improved.
You can maybe say another weakness that is not really important to impact you in this job, but
Yes.
a little bit related in this job, but just not really important to influence in doing this job.
And that could be improved over time. Yeah, you can be better and better over time in this job.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? You two can teach this class. Very good feedback. Very good feedback. And I believe you learned that from the research you've done, right? Yeah, that's great. Very good. Very good answer. Exactly. When we try to answer the question about weakness, I think I agree with you. I also did the research and I realized that a lot of people keep saying that I'm a perfectionist, and then of course the first time when interviewer heard that oh yeah, that can be a weakness. But if every interviewee walks in always say that I am a perfectionist, then oh really? That may be a simple answer. Okay, so I think that's a good point. And Celia also points out the way you can do it is to certainly analyze yourself and then point out the weakness that is not so much related to the job. I think that's a very good suggestion. Very good. Okay, all right. That's all? And feedback, anyone? Go ahead.
For the weakness, because from the examples Amy gave, I think what she wanted to say is that maybe she sometimes focus on the wrong thing, something that's too detailed, so she just skip the main points of something. So maybe she can change the way she said, not picky. Picky is mean you do everything good, but very detailed. But
Yeah.
what the example Amy gave is that she is too deep. She focus on the details that's not important. So maybe she can say that.
Oh, okay.
I sometimes cannot get points of the.
I see. So even if you talk about your picky, then point it out why it's a. It,
Why is it?
Why that it's a bad, it's a weakness. Okay.
Yes.
Really point it out what's a bad result because of that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so
Okay.
maybe give examples right after you say your weakness.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
that others will see.
Okay. Good. Good.
I think
If you want to focus on this one, then.
Mm.
Good.
I think your self-introduction is really great.
Mm-hmm.
It suits everything that Melissa says she wants. And about the voice, I think your voice is loud enough that you show your enthusiasm. But maybe sometimes I feel it's too quickly, so maybe you can make some and stop for a while and then start so that we know what's your point. If you are all loudly and quickly, so we cannot get a point of what you want to emphasize.
Okay, so pause a bit sometime. Okay, good, very good. Anyone else? Okay. Kathy, you want to quickly make the point?
Okay, that's one. Melissa has to ask you about weakness, and I think when she asked to she hasn't finished her sentence, and you answered that. I think you can wait for Melissa to finish her sentence and answer. I think it might be better.
Okay, all
Did
right.
I speak too slowly?
No, I think Kathy tried to focus on Amy's response. Okay, good. I'm so glad. That's why we need a group. I mean, those details, I didn't even see that. And it's good that you were able to observe all this. Okay, very good. And Celia also observed very detailed part in terms of the facial expression of Amy. Very good feedback. And also you point out something regarding the weakness, the question about weakness. I think those are very good. And Melissa, you were able to ask further question. I think that's challenging. Like she already answered the question about weakness, and you say, I don't think that's a real weakness. Could you really tell us about your real weakness? That's a challenging question. So think about if you face that question, what would you do with it? Okay, it's certainly, I can tell it's a surprise for Amy, but Amy did try your best to answer that. Now it's really hard if the person say, no, I don't think the answer you said is really the answer. Could you point out another one? Okay, so that's a challenging one. Okay, very good. And I also think, Celia, there are some creative questions that this group asked. Celia, you also asked, if the job is not what you expect, what would you do? I think it's also a challenging question. Yeah, and it's really good. It's a different question from what you asked last time, right? Last time you also asked very good creative questions.
I also asked it today. It's a kind of
She's separated into, in other words.
Good. But I think it's still very good. And Amy is certainly is very good at answering all these questions. Okay, very good. You are able to think quickly and really respond. Okay, that's good. You have a wonderful answers to how to work under stress and then those kind of scenario questions. You're really good. And I also like the part you were able to clarify questions. I think Kathy also did that. Okay. And then when I especially love your energy. When you answer the question, you are very focused. You don't even care what's going on out there. Like, okay, people are sitting here, it doesn't matter. Camera doesn't matter. You're really focused. And I think that's really important for all of us to learn. When you are there, be focused. Your energy should be there. Okay, I think it's good. And that's something Stephen certainly can learn. Stephen is really easy to be distracted. Camera, Ely is there, and okay. All right. So learn to stay focused. Okay. All right. One more thing is that I agree with a lot of you. The question you answer regarding self-introduction and volunteering, you did really well. Okay, you're very good at answering it. Yeah, the only one is a real weakness. That one is hard. Okay, but very good for you to think of more. And I also think Kathy gave pretty good feedback about pause sometimes. Okay, it's your strength as sometimes your weakness. You are very upbeat. You are very excited. It's part of you, which is good. But sometimes we're so excited and we're always up here. And then